How's it going, everybody? My name's FamedFriar, and today we have another Padres news and rumors video to discuss. Obviously, the Nelson Cruz signing went down. Big information there. I have a full video up on my channel already discussing it. Recommend you check that video out and then come here to watch this video. Of course, we're going to go a little bit over it, but not as in depth as I did in my other video. But yeah, before we even get started, if you have to hit that subscribe button, same thing with that like button, I highly recommend you do so. We got some news and rumors besides Nelson Cruz that I want to discuss. Obviously, the big piece was Nelson Cruz. That's the news of the day. Nelson Cruz, once again, decent signing. I mean, nothing can go wrong for 1 year, $1 million with what his off-field presence is. Great off-field presence. You get a lot out of him off the diamond. Very important. I think he's going to help Tatis mature. I think he's going to be huge for Soto. I think he's going to be even huge for Machado. I mean, it's Machado's clubhouse. But at the end of the day, you're getting more veteran leadership. And I would have loved to see Manny, Machado, Juan Soto, Fernando Jr., and Nelson Cruz all together last year, which was a possibility when you really think about it. We almost signed him last offseason. But this will work fine for me. Obviously, one of the people's questions, the public want to know why Nelson Cruz, why not like a Franmil Reyes, a Luke Voit? Well, 1 year, $1 million makes it pretty simple. I think Franmil Reyes doesn't, of course, have the track record. Luke Voit may have about the similar season, but Luke Voit's going to want 8, 7, 6 mil. I'm unsure. It's not going to be 1 year, $1 million though. Now we're in a situation. You can play Carpenter at first. You can play Cronenworth at second. So where does Hassan Kim go? That question's unanswered, and I think the answer is he's going to Boston. I think we're going to make a trade with the Red Sox. The Red Sox are desperate for a shortstop after Trevor Story got injured, and acquiring a guy like Tanner Houck or Chris Sale with his contract paid off seems very, very close. If it was up to me, I would trade Hassan Kim for either Tanner Houck straight up or Verdugo and Chris Sale, of course. But, of course, the question is, when is this going to happen? I don't know. We could still make a trade with the Marlins. I find it unlikely. The Twins, very unlikely to make a trade with. It's going to be interesting, man. It really makes me wonder what's going to go down with Hassan Kim. Like, it's just an interesting situation where I'm unsure exactly what the future resides for him. It just doesn't feel likely. It's possible, but very unlikely. I think Trent Grisham's safe for now. We don't have as many outfielders as we have infielders, obviously. Yes, Nelson Cruz is an outfielder, but this guy is 43 years old. This is a senior citizen we're talking about. Yes, he can still hit, but he is a senior citizen. So we have more infielders than outfielders. I think just Kim's that movable piece. And we talk about not spending too much money, and when you discuss not spending too much money, that's where you get in this situation where you discuss Hassan Kim having $7 million. Get $7 million off the books. Get Verdugo and Chris Sale. If Chris Sale's contract's paid off and we're paying the minimum, the money would work out. Tanner Houck, we'd save even more money. We could go out and get another free agent. There's a lot to really think about there. I think that's the best move in my opinion. Obviously, at this point, I think it's safe to say that any other free agent's pretty much off the board. Jurickson Profar's tenure as a Padre is probably over. Many other free agents are just out of our price range right now. We don't have a lot of money left. 1 year, $1 million was very beautiful for us. It was a great signing. Besides that, I'm going to leave you with a positive note here. Not a lot of news to discuss. Obviously, once again, the Nelson Cruz news dominates it. I think we're going to get some trade rumors very, very soon. I think trade rumors are going to start popping up now that we have a surplus of baseball players in the position category. Drew Pomeranz had an interesting thing to say on MLB News radio station, Sirius XM. It was interesting and I just want to include it because you know what? Drew Pomeranz, I'm going to defend him here. A lot of people call him Palmer Glass. A lot of people hate Drew Pomeranz. But my defense for Drew Pomeranz is very, very simple. If Drew Pomeranz just said he had Tommy John, if we just knew Drew Pomeranz had Tommy John, everyone would be like, oh, he got Tommy John. Okay, he'll be back around this time where we're currently at. But because he's had a slew of this weird arm injury and everything going on, people are resenting him for whatever reason. Let's not forget how good he was in 2020. I mean, he was one of the better relievers in baseball in 2020. You add him to the bullpen, between him and Suarez as a setup man, Luis Garcia in the 7th inning, ooh, you're looking at an insane bullpen. It'll be very, very impressive. But he had some great stuff to say, and that's where I'm going to leave the video off.
You go into any playoff series and you don't know what to expect. And everyone knows once, regular season ends and playoff starts, it's a whole new ballgame. So you just got to get in, and it's almost like a reset for every team. So none of that regular season stuff mattered. And, as the first few games of the series went along, you just started to get this feeling like this buzz that something special is brewing. And you can just feel the energy of the team is like, oh my God, like we got this, you know, like we're going to do this. And being there, and it was just, it was so cool. And, everyone was so excited. I mean, that was like, it was such a huge moment, and we all felt it. And I wasn't even playing, and I felt it, it's just like, I know what that meant to this organization. And, the team's really been, our ownership and everything's been investing a lot in this team to make us good and give us, options to be a successful team and go as far as we can. And I mean, that's such a huge stepstone. But like you said, I think everyone's got one thing on their mind now.
Once again, great comments from Drew Pomeranz. Really great stuff to hear. I'm pulling for him. I really want to see him perform well for the Padres this year. I hope he plays for us this year. So, it's a weird injury. That's all I've heard. Preller made some comments about it. So did Craig Stammen because he had the same injury. Interesting stuff. Hoping the best for you, Pomeranz, if you're somehow seeing this. But once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're yet to hit that subscribe button, I highly recommend you do so. Same thing with that like button. I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Peace.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go. Woo! It's our fucking house. Hey. It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.